Hey everyone, welcome to the Hunter Gatherer channel, and today, as you can see, we're going to talk just a little bit about knives. Not a ton, and this video is twofold. One is just to discuss knives and what I use them for, and what knives that I have here, what they symbolize. And the other one is that one of these type of knives has a Forever Sharp program, and I'm going to just run you through it. I've never used the program before. This is going to be my first time ever doing it, and we're going to do a little video on sending the knife to them. Pretty much any task that you perform has some sort of tool that's needed. Just like any other tool, a knife is best if it's good quality and if it can stay sharp, long, and the sharper knife is a lot less dangerous than a dull knife. I don't know if you've ever heard that, but the harder you're cutting and you slip, a nice sharp knife should just glide right through. So I just want to break down these knives real quick, explain to you what each one is a little bit, and then we'll explain the next piece of the video. So this is a knife my father made me. This is a piece of an elk antler, big piece of brass, and this blade, my uncle, one of my uncles in Alaska, actually got a 5-gallon pail of knife blanks at a dump that was sitting there, and he was able to get it. My dad got like 2 or 3 of the knife blanks, and this one my dad built for me. The steel isn't the best quality steel. I don't even know exactly what kind of steel it is. It gets an okay edge, but it doesn't last a long time, so I got to sharpen it quite often. But I have field dressed quite a few deer with this, and my dad made it for me. It's always in my backpack whenever I go hunting. It always goes on the trip. It's like taking my dad along with me. My dad's still here with us, but I take it just to remember that he enjoys to hunt, and he loves me, and he built me this knife. So it goes with me. The sheath isn't the greatest. Someday maybe I'll find somebody that makes really good sheaths and get one made. This knife is an Alaskan Guide Series knife made by Buck. It's a Cabela's label on it. And this was given to me by a local family who lost a son in a tragic accident. He was in my son's grade in school, and anyway, they gave me this knife, and I treasure it. It's my way of taking him along with me. He would love the outdoors. He loved to hunt. Every time I used to go into the school, when my son and him were in school together during deer season, him and one other of his good friends would always come up to me and say, "Did you get one yet? Did you get one yet?" Very passionate about the outdoors. Anyway, so this knife has field dressed quite a few deer since I received it from him or from them, and I just really love it. This steel is S30V. It's a really good steel, holds a really good edge for a long time. So, and this one was what I carried on my belt this year, and field dressed 5 deer with. So that's that knife. So this is a Benchmade Arcane, Arcane is what it's called. Its name is, and I like it because it's nice and streamlined, smooth. Has a pocket clip, and you can actually lock the blade in place with this little switch right here. It locks in place so you cannot close it, which is nice. It can't accidentally slip down and cut your finger off. And I do like it for the way that it opens. This is a S90V. It's like the I think the hardest, and it holds the edge the longest out of the steel that Benchmade uses. But a problem with that is that it can be brittle. You go try and you pry something with this or whatever, you can break it. But it is very sharp, and it holds an edge. I think I field dressed 2 years ago. I field dressed like 5 or 6 deer in a row, and it still didn't need sharpened yet. It's pretty nice. This is Joy's knife. It's the Benchmade Steep Country Hunter. Like I said, it is a Benchmade. It's S30V steel. It's got a nice rubber handle. It's got a little bit of groove here to try to give you a grip, and on here for your fingers so that if you're cutting a certain way, you won't slip. It's not too big of a blade, which Joy likes that. She hasn't used it yet. She did get it for, it says here, great job on your first deer. She's been trying hard for 3 or 4 years to get her first deer, and I just wanted to celebrate it and give her a memento for it. She said, "You're not gonna, now you're gonna make me gut it, aren't you?" Anyway, that video I'll put it up here so you can link to it so you can see when she received it. It's the first day of deer season, gun season this year in New York State. Anyway, this is her knife, and hopefully next year she'll get another deer, and she will be gutting that deer. This knife is up here. This is more of a decorative item. My buddy Ian, who has been in a couple of my videos during turkey season, his friend, a co-worker, a buddy, I don't know, I think all of the above, makes these. It's out of a railroad spike, and it's got my initials in the back, and looks like he put a little bit of a twist into it and grooved it in. It's pretty neat. It's the coolest thing about it is that my buddy gave it to me. And this knife is still in the box. I haven't actually officially put it in service yet. This knife is a Christmas present. Now, this one, the Arcane, I lost right before archery season opened. And I was pretty positive that when I was taking the computer out and setting it all up, I used it. You can look at that video. I used that knife, and I made sure all the boxes were empty, and I got rid of them, and then a couple days later I couldn't find my everyday carry knife. And I was pretty frustrated all through deer season. I've been looking for it. I just figured it was somewhere or something fell. It fell. Anyway, my son is awesome, and he decided that he was going to replace this knife. He, he doesn't get paid a lot, and he paid quite a bit for this knife, and I feel pretty guilty about it, but at the same time I treasure it because it came from him. Anyway, he bought me this knife, and he told me Christmas Day, or the Christmas Eve, he felt terrible because I didn't even know what it was, but he told me my Christmas gift would not be here for Christmas. It was back. It was going to take a little while for shipping, and he felt bad. He wanted to tell me what it was. I just, don't tell me what it is. So on Christmas Day, Ben lost his cell phone. He was getting ready to leave, and he was looking for it, searching everywhere. We thought maybe it was in the couch, maybe it was somewhere, maybe it was in his jacket. So we're searching. I decided I'd go search the couch where he was sitting. I'm digging down, elbow deep in the couch, searching, and all of a sudden I grabbed onto something that was smaller than a phone. First I thought it was the corner of a phone until I reached like this. I'm like, what the heck is that? Somebody dropped something in the couch, and nobody cleans the couch out anymore, and I pull it out, and I'm like, whoa! I found my knife! Or I said, hallelujah, it's found! And I went in the other room, and my son's like, disappointment on his face. And I'm like, what? And I look at Joy, and she's like, he got you a knife to replace that one. And I felt terrible that I found my knife, even though it was great that I found it because I spent a lot of money on it. So anyways, this is it. It's a Benchmade bug out. So I think model 535 in gray. And it's a pretty awesome knife. This has the black painted blade, and it's really a great feeling, comfortable knife. It's got S30V steel, and the same, all of these Benchmades have the same Lifesharp guarantee. Is that what it's called? Lifesharp Service and Warranty. It's right there in the paperwork. So that, I guess, is how we're going to transition to discuss the other part. But I did want to show you these knives, and you know what? Putting in service today. These 3 knives have it to where if I feel the need, I can send them back to Benchmade, have them sharpen them. They're sharpening technicians, get them back to a razor edge, and also service them. They'll take a folding knife or any knife, they'll clean it, they'll oil it if necessary, and get it back to operating like it was a brand new knife. So that is what the plan is. This particular knife, the Arcane, it's still pretty sharp. I mean, I just want to try out the Lifesharp warranty and see how it goes. So that's what I'm going to do. That way you guys can know how well it works. I just want to get a little close-up of the knife, of what it looks like before I send it out. There's actually supposed to be a screw right there that fell out. I'm hoping that they will replace it. They may at a cost, but I'm not sure. This is what the knife looks like. You can, I don't know if you can see it, but right that angle right there, there's just a tiny little chip out of the blade. Not sure how it happened. I've tried to be really careful with it, but it did happen. So I'm hoping when we get it back, we will not have that chip missing. So I went on to Benchmade.com and then went /Lifesharp. And on that page, it shows that to use the Lifesharp Service program, you have to have the service form, which is this. And you also have to have the counterfeit goods acknowledgement. I have both of these items. This pretty much says, hey, if your knife is a counterfeit, it's not an actual Benchmade, you're not getting it back. We're going to investigate it, try to see if we can figure out who's counterfeiting our goods. This one is just your information, and it lets you know that if you have an automatic knife, which I do not, that it needs another form. So anyway, I've got my 2 forms filled out. I'm going to head to the post office. $5 trip to the post office, and now we wait. I wonder how long it'll be. I was just informed by the dogs and by my wife that something was just dropped off by UPS, so let's check it out. So this is the box. Let's open this thing up. I'm using my new everyday carry is the backup for when we thought we lost it and then found it. So this is how it comes back from the factory. It says subtotal 0, freight 0, tax 0. Cleaned, oiled, adjusted, and sharpened. Order date was the 18th. Today is the 26th, I think. Ooh. It's in a blue bag this time. This was a little loose. It's not now. This piece here looks like they might have cleaned it up a little bit. This screw right here was missing, and they replaced it. They've locked it, so let's unlock it. There was a little chip, and it is not there anymore. That's sharp. I don't know if I can tell you how sharp. Pretty sharp. It says AXA Flipper TH STD. I don't know what that is. I know what STD is, and that's not anything to do with this. So maybe it's a stud or standard, or got a microfiber bag that they put in there. Cleaned, oiled, adjusted, and sharpened. Sounds pretty smooth. Feels smooth. It used to have a little bit of grit in there, I think, but it's not there now. I think they did well. In the previous clip, you could see where there was a chip, right? It was right here. And they've gotten rid of that and cleaned it all up. And you can see that edge is super clean, both sides, no chips, no issues. Well, that's it. That is the knife video in a nutshell. All the knives, Sentimental, what I use them for, and we've got the new bug out. I'm probably going to put this one back in the pocket and put this one on the shelf for a little while. But I did want to test out the Lifesharp program through Benchmade, and I think it went well. You could take a knife somewhere. I know you all sharpen your own knives, and that's awesome. You know, for $5, if you took it somewhere to have them sharpen it, you're going to go for more than $5. I'm sure of it. And you know, you spent enough on the knife if you bought a Benchmade to come with that Lifesharp program. It's $5. It's not too much, as long as you have one for backup, and especially if it's in real bad shape. Send it to them. Let them take care of it. Maybe the blade is bent or broken or chipped or something enough to where they can't just sharpen it and send it back. Maybe they'll replace it. Maybe they'll put a new blade on there. Lubed all up, cleaned better than I probably could have done. And you know what? I really think they did a great job. I think that it's definitely ready for service and ready for the next mission. So I'm not a Benchmade salesperson. I don't have anything to do with their company. I just have a couple of their knives. I'm not even saying they're the best. There's a ton of different companies out there. Find the one you like, go with it. Having a good sharp knife is definitely one of the most important tools to have in your toolbox. Leave in the comments below what kind of knife you run. Just leave in the comments below what you think. If you've ever used their Lifesharp program, if you would, if you had one of their knives, if you'd send it into them to have it fixed or worked on. Anything else you want to talk about? Comments are great. So that's it. I want to thank you for watching. Thanks for swinging in, and hopefully you lasted this long. I want to let you know we love you, and God loves you, and we will see you on the next one. And keep your knife sharp and ready for service. Something like that. All right, see you later.